Say it again, Sir.
I don't know.
He's now asleep. Yes. Come with me to my office. Honestly speaking, to me, you don't come across as someone who would go to the extent of burning her own uncle, all in the name of vengeance? How inhuman.
Doctor, tell me, how human is it for my own uncle to bewitch my son just to sacrifice him to protect his satanic wealth? No. Even a leper does not take kindly to anyone that toys with the lives of his cubs. He tampered with the wrong person and he must pay.
Bewitching your son and offering him as a sacrifice? Says who, if I may ask?
The 5 witch doctors plus 2 prophets that fought.
I thought as much.
You thought as much?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
Tell me, Mrs. Chisie, do you smoke?
No, I don't. But my husband does. But what has that got to do with my son's illness, if I may ask?
Everything. Your son has developed a condition which is known as Sudden Infant Death Syndrome, SIDS, a condition which develops as a result of secondhand smoke.
Doctor, what are the chances of his survival?
We're still doing our best. Let's hope he pulls out of it. Tell me, does your son get involved in the handling of the tobacco leaf during the harvest season?
Every child in our community does that, Doctor. And my child is no exception.
Our test results further show that your son has also developed another condition which is known as green tobacco sickness. While the first condition is caused when tobacco smoke diffuses into the surrounding atmosphere as an aerosol pollutant, which leads to its inhalation by the standards within the same environment. The second one is caused when nicotine is absorbed through the skin. Since much of the handling of the tobacco leaf is done without wearing any protective clothing, leaf harvesters absorb up to 54 milligrams of dissolved nicotine through their skin daily. This is equivalent to someone smoking up to 50 cigarettes per day. Mm-hmm. For both conditions, however, the symptoms are pretty much the same. Severe headaches, abdominal cramps, muscle weakness, difficulties in breathing, diarrhea, vomiting, high blood pressure, and fluctuations in the heart rate.
Tell me what I ought to do, Doctor.
What continues to bother me is the fact that it is not only your son's life which is in danger, but yours as well. Secondhand tobacco smoke causes respiratory illnesses such as asthma and bronchitis, and cardiovascular illnesses such as high blood pressure and lung cancer. For pregnant women, it increases the risk of a miscarriage. It may also cause low birth weight and premature delivery. And not to mention...
Doctor, enough.
Okay.
You ought to tell my husband about this.
You are the one who is married to him. And you are the one whose life is in danger. Just tell him what I've told you.
But he's more likely to listen to you than if I were to tell him. Please, Doctor, help me. I'm begging you.
Mr. Jesse, I am Dr. Msalile. Your wife sent me.
Can you give me a break? Go ask my wife, her uncle, and their family's magic. They're the ones who are killing my innocent son.
I know exactly what is killing your innocent son. And it has nothing to do with them. On the contrary, it has everything to do with you.
What do you mean by that?
You're smoking. That is what is killing your innocent son.
I am the one who smokes here. Why is it that this is not killing me?
Have you ever heard about passive smoking?
No. What is passive smoking?
Passive smoking, also known as second-hand smoking or environmental tobacco smoke, refers to the inhalation of tobacco smoke by individuals other than the active smoker. I'm afraid that your smoking in this house is rendering both your wife and your son as passive smokers.
So what kind of diseases are caused by smoking?
Okay, we're talking about cardiovascular diseases such as high blood pressure and lung cancer. We are also talking about respiratory diseases such as asthma, bronchitis, and even tuberculosis.
How did you know where to find me, doctor?
Well, they say if you want to keep something a secret, don't tell it to a woman. So you made the mistake of telling your wife where you hang out at weekends. And she told me.
So, what can I do for you, sir?
Well, two things. First, I must congratulate you for making the decision to quit smoking. It's one of the toughest decisions to make.
You said there were two things. So what's the second one?
An addiction to nicotine. It's a hard thing to get rid of. Breaking it is a process. So I came here to make sure that you are aware of the options that are available to you.
I don't know of any options.
Okay, the first one is what is known as the weaning off method. It involves reducing the ration of the number of cigarettes that a person smokes per day. How many cigarettes do you smoke per day on average?
20. So
we begin by reducing that to 15. After 2 weeks, we further reduce the ration to 10, and then to 5, and then to 3, until finally we phase you out.
So what's the second option?
Okay, the second one makes use of what is known as synthetic nicotine. This is human nicotine made in labs and is inhaled through e-liquid forms, as opposed to plant-based nicotine, which is inhaled through smoking by burning dry tobacco leaves. Synthetic nicotine is much safer, as it is inhaled through liquid vapor, and it leaves no smoke in your lungs, which is not the case with nicotine from burnt tobacco leaves.
So how can someone get synthetic nicotine?
Okay, it comes in electronic nicotine delivery systems, otherwise known as e-cigarettes or vapes. Examples of which are disposable vape pens, nicotine pouches, nicotine toothpicks, nicotine bubblegum, and moist snuff. One last point, however. Nicotine is always harmful to children. It impacts brain development and damages parts of the brain that deal with learning, attention, mood, and impulse control. No child or young person should be exposed to nicotine, whether it is synthetic or otherwise.
Thanks for the information, doctor. I will go for the first one.
Once again, congratulations for deciding to quit smoking.
I found them. The man I married is a fighter and a winner. Remember, winners don't quit and quitters don't win. We're in this together. And we'll fight this battle until we win.
I heard you.
I love you too.